EnCircle Technologies is a nonprofit. We train young adults with autism or other educational barriers in technology skills. The purpose of EnCircle is to combat the low employment rate that individuals with autism have. And we want to increase their abilities to get a job, put things on their resume, help them have a layer of education after high school so that they can have the dignity of a job and live independent lives. We know that many of our students love the computer. We thought that many of those interests and skills could be navigated and turned into job skills. Our soft skills classes at EnCircle really help our students overcome some of those either social anxieties or social communication barriers that many of them bring along with them because of their diagnosis.
At EnCircle, they're fun, small, enough time for one-on-one with the teacher, and they'll actually work with you if you need help with something. It's much more personal than just sitting in a history class of like 40 students and just taking notes and being quizzed on what you've memorized. It's much more personal and actually adaptable to the person.
Yeah, Ian was a student of ours up until last year, and he is a great guy, and he's very personable.
Longer than I can remember, I've been fiddling with almost anything to get my hands on. At one point, I took apart a radio that my dad built back in college, when he was in college, and I figured out how it all worked. And that was before he even took any electronics classes.
He's definitely a technology nerd. He is very, very interested in electronics, robotics, science.
So Ian really developed his executive functioning skills, you know, the ability to do his work, to focus as he got older.
He and I never would have even imagined that he would be able to walk into IBM and get a job, mostly because of the challenges that he has with social interaction and communication. Yeah. Which is odd because the job he does is customer service.
So I went over to IBM's job fair when they had one back, I think, in March or February. And when I was there to advocate for my students, I met a regional HR person, and she was extremely helpful in helping me connect with their diversity person who helped flag our applicants. And then what they did was that they called them for interviews, and two of our students went through and were hired.
Working with EnCircle Technologies, learning the material that he learned, working with Terry Walden. It was Terry Walden's tenacity and interaction with the folks at IBM that allowed him to even get in the door. But in the last couple of years, he has matured tremendously, and I think it is a combination of trying to go to school and realizing that he needed to actually do the work and the EnCircle classes that he was being really successful in.
We're just really proud of Ian here at EnCircle Technologies, and we are so grateful for a company like IBM who helped us be the bridge for Ian to get a job over there. And we just are tickled that he, you know, is now living on his own in his own apartment, and that he's paying all of his bills, and that his family just feels so good about where he is in this stage of life.
The passion is there to help this population, whether they're 18 or 50, you know, on the spectrum, that are adults that are trying to get some new skills. That's what they're really passionate about.